Hi, it's John here from Speedy Brick, and today I'm going to be building, or starting at least, building the winner of 3D Supercar Bricks build competition for 2024. So Lennard from 3D Supercar Bricks, he designed this incredible windscreen, and so as part of the the promotion of this part, which he sells, and I'll put a link in below so where you can buy this. So as part of the promotion of this, he created a competition. So what can you build with this windscreen? And Nard from NV Carmocs came up with an amazing build, and he's won the competition. So it's a Spiker C8 Spider. It's black and red. It just looks awesome. And I saw it for the first time at the Bricktopia event way back in May. And I kind of said to Nard back then that if he wins the competition, I'm going to be building it. So I'm really looking forward to building this. It's a massive car. I think it's 16 wide at the front and 17 studs wide at the back. So it's massive. It's got lots of features and functions built in. So I'm looking forward to that. It's available on Rebrickable, and I'll put the link in the description below so you can go there and download the instructions yourself. There's a lot of parts though. It's 1,519 pieces. So I've got this big tub, which is full, and then I've got these two as well. So it's a massive build. It's going to take a little while to build, but I'm really looking forward to getting into it. And I'm going to go through and do it step by step. So you'll see kind of every 25 or 50 stages, I'll show how it's gone, and I'm really looking forward to it. So let's get building. So I'm ready to get going. I've got the instructions that Nard has supplied, and they just they look pretty good. So I'm looking forward to building this car. I've got all my parts here, and there's some really cool things that's already kind of jumping out at me. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. There's a few of these, got this fantastic windscreen. So let's get building. So we're just over 10% of the way through the build. We're up to step 51. And I'm going to stop every 50 steps or so to have a look at how it's progressing. And so far I'm really enjoying it. There's lots of really nice building techniques going on. It doesn't look like it so much, but there's lots of interesting stuff going on here and here and here. Some really nice techniques going in, and it's nice and rigid. We've got two Technics beams in the middle here which are connected, and so it's nice and strong. We've got our representation for the engine already, and so far I'm really enjoying it. So let's get on with the next steps. We're up to step 104, and some very clever things going on here. We've got very nice kind of simulation of the suspension going here. This whole piece here was very cleverly done, stepping from odd to even in width. So we've got this piece is actually 7 wide, but it begins in parts at 6 wide and 4 wide and 5 wide and so forth. So it's nicely done. And the whole thing is kind of all fitting together really nicely. And I really like the way he's done this change here to give this extra width at the back. And this whole thing looks really, really nice. And it's quite fun building process as well, which is also part of it, right? So I'm enjoying it so far. So let's get on with the next steps. So we're up to step 154, and goodness, the build is looking so good. We've got both sides completed here, and we've got the central console, which looks so good, and it's actually quite fun to build. There's lots of brackets involved here. I don't know how many actually, but lots. And there's a small gap in between 2 of the brackets, which is quite interesting the way it's been put together. And this is also a bracket, a 1x2 bracket with a stud just in the middle, and that's kind of holding it all together. And then it's held down by this piece. So, God, it's really nice. So very clever build so far. I'm really enjoying it. And it's going quite fast because I'm enjoying it. So I'm progressing quite nicely. So let's get on with the next steps. So we're up to step 206. And we've built really quite a lot now in this last 50 odd pieces. We've got these roll bars complete. We've got this beautiful silver finish here. We've got this amazing little dash in there. And these pieces are glowing. You know, those glow in the dark pieces. We've got this really nice construction gone on here. And I'm, you know, overall I'm super impressed. I'm a bit unfortunate with this piece and this piece, which I got through BrickLink, that kind of very second hand. I knew they were second hand, but I didn't really kind of see how bad they were when I ordered them, so I didn't buy replacements. So maybe I'll swap those out later. Particularly that one. That one's not great. But overall, I'm really loving the build so far. So let's get on with the next steps. So I'm up to step 258, and I've got the seats in, and we've got the steering wheel in, we've got the wheels on, and the car is really starting to look pretty amazing. The whole thing is looking really good. Loving the way the seats worked out, and the wheels look great. And I've already started working on a next large piece. I'm not sure if it's going to be the front or the back. I presume it's going to be the back, but let's see. So far I'm really enjoying it, and it's progressing pretty well. So on with the next steps. So we're up to step 308. So we're another kind of 50 steps ahead, and all the work has been going on this back end here. And I've got to say, this really is something special. The design is nice. The way all these pieces are fitting together, you build it in, you know, kind of sideways and then fit it all together. But that's kind of the upright, if you like. But it's really well done, and I'm so looking forward to finishing this whole car off, because all the little details are so nice. Just all these little things fitting together so perfectly. I'm super impressed. Just the thought process and getting all these bits to get to work together. I mean, it's a massive task to get it to look right like this. I take my hat off to Nard. He's done a fantastic job. So let's get on with the rest of the build, or the next steps anyway. We're up to step 362, and the back end is completed, and it really does look amazing. He's done an amazing job here. It's just fantastic. You can actually open it up and have it so you can expose the whole back end, which is pretty cool. So I'm really liking that. It's a little bit tricky. You just have to. There's actually these pieces down the bottom here move, so you can lift it up and fit it into place properly. So it's pretty cool. And looking forward to building the front and the doors and the rest. So let's get on with the next steps. So we're up to step 405, and we've got the doors on, and they're looking pretty good. It's really nice the way he's got all this kind of lining up, and it's even the inside of the doors are really nice. So I don't know if maybe you can see that there. We've got this really nice detailing through the doors, good fitting here. Overall, I think he's done an amazing job in putting this all together so far. I'm super impressed. So let's get on with the rest of the build, or at least let's get building the front end, right? So we've got the back, we've got the doors, and now we're going to do the front. We're nearly finished the build. We're up to step 465, and I just want to thought I'd stop here because it's just getting very complex inside here. But I just wanted to point this out and just how fantastically designed this is. Everything just fitting nicely together. The whole process is really good, and all these nice little shapes all just perfectly fitting together, and then being whole bit's being held together by those two pieces and some 1x1 rounds. But just all little details are really, really nice. And he's just done an amazing job. So I'm kind of blown away by the whole thing. But we've got a little bit more to build. Not too many steps to go. So let's finish her off. So 491 steps and the car is complete. And here actually we've got a choice to make. So we can use this construction, or we can use the windscreen from 3D Supercar Bricks. So I'm going to put this on. So what we do is we take this off. It's very kind of simple little removal of that construction. We add a couple of pieces here, and then we can put the windscreen on. And that I think that finishes off the car just amazingly. It looks so brilliant. And so you can really see why Nard from NV Carmocs won this competition. This car is just brilliant. It's 1,519 pieces, so it's not the smallest build for sure. It's comparable to a Lego Icons or a Creator Expert size set. These are actually the same wheels from the Ferrari F40. So that gives you kind of an idea of the scale, same inners as well. So that's really nice. I really liked all the kind of the details and the construction method, the way of putting it together. There was kind of nothing that I can look back on and say, okay, I didn't like that or anything. Just every part of it was really, really good. And all the details were really nice. So we've got this opening front end, and we can open up the back end as well. And then we can open up the doors, which go like that. So we've got really quite an amazing build. I'm not sure if they're supposed to go out like that or they're supposed to stand up. I'm not sure, but it looks pretty amazing, and super impressed by kind of all of the little details that got put into this car. I'm loving this back end here with the engine open. It's a pity about that piece there, that piece needs to be replaced. And we've got this really nice front end. So super impressed by what Nard has done with this design. And hopefully we'll get to talk to him about it as well in the future. I'm also going to be building another car of this sort of size, which is a car from 3D Supercar Bricks, and it's a Koenigsegg Disco Absolute. So I'm going to be building that as well. I've already built one of his Koenigsegg cars, which is where this windscreen comes from. And so I'm looking forward to building that as well. But what do you guys think of this build? Do you like it? Is this the sort of thing you would add to your collection? You can download the instructions from Rebrickable. I think they are for sale for €12 for the instructions. You need 1,519 pieces. And there's nothing really too expensive in the pieces. And then you can order the windscreen from 3D Supercar Bricks. And I'll put links in for all of this stuff in below. Or you can use this construction if you don't want to have the windscreen. But I really recommend the windscreen. It looks absolutely fantastic. I've got to think about where I'm going to display this and the other cars of this kind of size. So we've got 16 wide at the front and 17 wide at the back. So that's also a really nice little construction detail. But yeah, look forward to hearing what you guys think. And until next time, bye. Please click to subscribe for more videos and watch my build and review videos by clicking here. Thank you.